Ya, cek 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 cek. Sorry. Hmm, ada backsound ya? Sorry. Mic ya. Mic dari Sarau biasa lah guys. Tet, 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 tet. Coba. Ini juga banyak juga nih. Oh masih aman lah bro. Agak bro, gue tadi lagi mindah-mindahin barang nih, kehilangan ciski. Tapi aman lah. Nggak banyak-banyak sih. Wah, sepele ya. Atau stok pribadi kalau stok dari DM meninggal. Mandiinnya berjibun-jibun. Jadi miskin gue yang ada bro. Aman ya. Biar nggak berat nih. Gue nyari backsoundnya pakai gini aja. Harus dimatiin aja. Awak ini. Absen.
Vivo V27 series, ultimate portraits with Aura Light.
Vivo.
Teng 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 teng. Perasaan dia nyetelnya agak ginian bro. Apa yang kesetel beginian? Hah? Hah? Maksud lu apaan bang? Masa nih nyetelnya backsound bro? Kenapa jadi gitu kan? Nah, jadi people. Mau kemana nih? Pagi sih sepi banget ya. Habis beli rumah. Rencananya sih F8 quit. Rencananya sih F8 quit bro. Cing, masuk ke bawah banyak banget. Sebar. Ada motor nggak nih? Oh iya motor mau Guardian G kan saya termet semua. Gue pindahin lah ntar lah. Babang aja. Iya gue belum S. Bar bro. Ntar ya gue black dulu ya. Sorry banget dah. Belum SS-nya. Karena gua kompe ini nggak mau ada yang lihat. Kompe banget si Ade nih emang anjing nih emang si Ade nih. Dede. Kurang-kurangin deh kompe deh. Si Ade nih emang. Bisa. Makan tuh backsound segede gaban aja. Pilih bro. Gak bisa nyantai apa nih backsound ya? Oh, bekas ini man. Turun lah bisa. Main palo ya. Main palo bro. Dia culun bang. Gimana nih bang? Belajar ya. Nah ini juga belajar bro. Dia pengen Genshin sih. Nganjutin yang kemarin sumpah. Ngen banget rasanya. Kayak gini nih. Gue tidur di paleton nih biar enak nih. Ya. Tidur paleton. Dan langsung duty. Sanksi-sanksi. Yang chips itu open terus. Gak ada kata tutup. Pagi gua, malam kan tuh ada si Alvin tuh biasa. Siang gua sama Dadang biasanya. Sore ada kamar sama gua. Enak. 24 jam bro. Itu sih. Ya pagi nggak penting juga sih di open sebenarnya. Siang tuh. Siang harusnya ada Dadang. Udah bersif-sif bro. Wah. Tanamannya si Alvin belum gue cekin kasian. Hmm. Hmm. Ya kemarin sih gue nungguin orang lab ya. Mau bicara dialog. Ternyata orangnya labnya jam 10:30 bro. Makanya angin. Sih. Bang masih ini bang. Kan nggak usah lab bisa ya. Nabrak tuh. Lagi. Iya kalau nggak salah dipasangin CCTV nih masih dimasang sih gimana. Itu ya nggak tahu pura-pura nggak tahu ya bro. Pura-pura bego bro. Oh disiram nih Alvin ranjing juga. Nah kalau nggak ini TV taruh sini dah. Enak nih low cost nih. Kok nggak ada? Blok visual kali. Foto tweet. Apa aku ada ini hasil panen di sini nih. Masih kan? Oh, udah diambil Dinda. Ini dokumen-dokumen apa sih? Bingung. Ada kepo gue buka-bukain. Yang dokumen-dokumen nggak penting nih, orang-orang yang nggak ada namanya tuh kan sering. What the fuck? Punya apa, bah? Mohe, mohe. Johan Kuncoro. Ini tes warna nih. Bentar. Johan Kuncoro. Ini kan di ini. FYP kemarin di KAN nih. FYP kemarin nih, bang. Johan Kuncoro nah. Vice Medical Center tanggal lahir. Kok jadi ke sono? Oh, yang lain nggak penting. Oh, rental paper. Anjing, blueprint, bah. Gila juga sih, mas, kalau naruh beginian tuh. Pindahin dah, mas. Sumpah, mas. Siapa tuh? Hmm. Hmm. Hardi mana Hardi?
Lu kalau misalkan ada nih ya hode pakai foto-foto cewek tete gede, itu dia yang ngentot. Gua tahu banget itu pasti dia tuh.
Kenapa bang? Lu pernah ke Gojek? Lu pernah ke Gojek?
Kagak.
Ke Gojek
Dia
lu ya?
kalau
Oh, lu
dia kalau
chat.
masa
Lu
enggak,
terus tuh cowok.
dia kan pokoknya dia pernah apa pakai akun JBTV, dia kan followernya banyak banget ya, 10.000 atau 12.000 gitu. Nah itu tadinya hode, terus diganti sama dia jadi JBTV karena lagi pildun ngentot. Tahu kontennya nggak laku tapi pas pildun.
Terus jadi ngatain lu.
Jadi ngatain gue gara-gara ini gue lagi tiktokan sama artis tiktok lagi ome ketemu artis tiktok di DM ngentot sama dia.
Dicepuin
Ah
juga
itu
ya?
Oceans lagi streaming
Gue liat
channelnya itu
tuh
Oceans. Biar apaan kontol. Gue udah bilang gue nggak streaming, gue nggak ini.
Ngentot nama musuhnya Mas Letmas kontol.
Lah, ya
Wah,
hari-hari
anjing.
tabrak kan, ditabrak kan kita.
Untuk
Ya udah nungguin lagi Gi, gue pindah lah, cabut aja.
Nah, slap. Bentar ya, bentar.
Take a seat. I got this.
Five defenders. Double that. Then we'll call it fair. Reloading.
Kayaknya bau-bau. Enggak, Cok.
Going up.
Last player
Ah,
standing.
hilang apa maco? Kenapa dah? Aku anjing. HD banget kan? Kok ngeprem baca?
Their phoenix shines on the outside, but within, I feel his doubt.
IPS yang gini bro.
I'll crush her radiant heart.
Marked one. Marked two. Enemy B.
Going up.
Last player standing.
Dari mana bro? Gua belum nembak bro kebetulan. Dan gua mati, jago banget musuhnya bro.
Time to hunt. Last one.
Cutting through.
Reloading.
Enemy spotted mid.
Lah, kena headshot bro. Jago bagus ya bro.
We found one. Healing you. Reloading. Last player standing. Spike down A. Flawless. Boş yapmayın. Keep fighting. Rest is overrated.
Never give in.
Time to jump.
Watch your eyes! Watch your eyes! No charges left. Going up.
Apa sih
Spike
bro?
down mid. Last player standing. Bring them down.
Biasanya timnya tolong.
I'm twitchy here. Let's go already.
For you, hermanita.
Going up. Flash.
Ih, nggak mati.
Spike down B. One enemy remaining. Last player standing.
Nice.
Sorry, this was taken.
Oh.
This isn't over.
I got you, bruv. Going up. Flash. Joke's over. You're dead. Watch your eyes. Careful now.
Ih,
Reloading. Spike down B.
Allah bro.
Last player standing. Flawless.
Apaan?
Zucko better watch their backs.
Bilang rajin. Kemudian dari dulu munculnya misalnya nggak ada. Biasa.
Hit them when they're not looking.
Going up.
Find you.
Time to jump.
Enemy spotted mid.
Enemy B.
You're done.
My ult is ready.
Careful now. Watch your eyes. Sorry, bro. No, come on, let's go.
One enemy remaining.
Charges left.
Last player standing. Thirty seconds left.
Spike planted.
Nice.
I don't care if there are 5 of them or 50 of them. Let's go.
I need a drop.
Reloading.
The hunt begins.
Spike down B. Last player standing.
Once more into battle. I'm not tired. Are you? Reloading.
Oh, you're not coming back.
Spike down B.
Odin.
Last player standing.
The city needs me. I can't be away for long. Let's end this quickly.
Reloading.
Reloading.
Lanjut bukan suara. Nembak beberapa kali.
Spike down B.
I'm back. Looking for me?
Last player standing.
Decoy.
Sahabat deh.
The enemy only looks composed. Their hearts tell a different story.
Cutting through.
Nightmare takes them!
Enemy spotted A.
No charges left.
Found one.
Going up.
Easy to dash.
Come on, let's go.
Spike down mid. Last player standing.
Astaga, overtime. Oh, ini nggak benar disut.
Last round in the half.
Buy what you need. Otherwise, we're going to look very stupid. Reloading.
Reloading.
We go.
Begins.
Your duty is not over.
Careful now. Going up.
Jets grounded.
Watch your eyes.
Last player standing.
Udah nge-page.
Switching sides.
Make their fear your weapon. Or use a gun, whichever.
Attackers win.
Kontol. Aduh, disaster nih anjing, anjing.
Alibinya nungguin lagi.
Gua kalau di nih anjing nih.
Ke depan semua kayaknya nih.
Bawah ada nih.
Jagain bawa gua dong,
Iya,
Gi.
bawa ada, bawa red naik red kayaknya.
Red udah gue liatin nggak ada.
Oh di 90.
Belakang.
Amaru ya?
Di belakang nih. Apa trofi?
Ah, trofi ada. Ada lu, Kar. Pegang, Kar.
Cabut gua bangsat.
Osa.
Jendela ya?
Jendela Osa.
Oh, oke. Ah, ngentot bangsat, telepon mulu gua. Bro.
Nanti sana udah.
Jendela.
Bim liatin red gua, Bim.
Aman, red kan ada gua.
Aduh anjing.
Mati di mana tuh Arlen?
Belakang. Jendela trofi.
Jangan, Bim. Sabar, Bim. Mau gak ada ngapus,
Ini 90-nya bolong loh. Kar.
Iya. Sor. Gua bunuh Vinka. Lin, liatin kamera aku, Lin.
Kasih. Ada lagi, Sek?
Bentar.
Ada dua.
Dua aja.
Dua-duanya.
Tadi 2 orang tadi. Anjing, lu sih berani banget ya, Bim. Bangsa.
Iya, belakang.
Mati atau viewer nih ngentot. Mau nyari gua kan lu kontol, Mac.
Aduh.
Ngentot. Lihat.
Mau habis tuh pelurin.
Bang.
Miranya bolong.
Miranya bolong, goblok.
Anjing. Bolong.
Ya goblok, gua kereng dongo di situ.
Nih gua mati lo flare.
Jangan gerak. Ntar kedengeran. Jangan gerak. Diam. Gue bilang kalau di Windows tadi masih aman, kalau Windows tadinya aman.
Jati
Depan lu aja.
Drop kasih ke bawah.
Drop. Drone itu, Gi, kanan lu, Gi.
Masih depan.
Pasti Bim, pasti Bim.
Bimber mainin. Nah, mainin itunya sih wallnya. Nah. Masih masuk.
Satu.
Nice one.
Ada ide. Aduh.
Mau nih deh. Kayak ngeliatin John Wick gue Bim.
Terima kasih.
Anjing.
Anjay, sepong titit.
John Wick.
Harin sejak kapan suka motor?
Enggak bang, nggak suka motor gua.
Oh, salah dengar berarti.
Kenapa jadi motor? Gua kaget tuh.
Biar ada notifikasi. Kening.
Maksudnya apa tuh bang? Bisa tolong dijelasin nggak? Gua rada bingung.
Artinya
juga.
apa Bang Messi? Ngomong aja lu, Pau.
Aku goblok lu.
Diam aja lu. Masa ngomong lu.
Motor.
Oh.
Gara-gara
Arlin Davidson anjing.
Bim lu mengerti gua lah, Bim.
Iya.
Ada sih Bim.
Lu makanya sebelum ngomong ancang-ancang dulu biar bantuin.
Diam aja lu.
Lu biasanya ancang-ancang ngomong tuh.
Sama ini sama sih, gua nanya sih.
Facecam gua.
Ini siapa nih?
Ini Adam Dexter.
Aduh anjing, bodoh banget gua.
Ada drone nggak? Kamu ngapain Arlin?
Kucet bang, sorry. Kucet
Drone bro.
Gua ledakin tuh.
Facecam berat anjing. Gua harus main di 144.
Bantu Arin kok segitu dari
Lu mau main?
Iya, gua nggak sengaja bang.
Healingnya dulu healing itu pakai aja yang lain.
Iya ya ini.
Gila main C4 ya? Kalau main gua ke atas nih.
Gua main RC gua.
Bapak lu gua gebukin Gi, sumpah Gi, anjing. Serius gua nih.
Lah kan saya gua main RC.
Wall di bed. Wall ini jendela di bed.
Oh, enggak bentar. Ada si Max.
Ada gigi.
Udah ada.
Enggak di gua. Gara-gara lu main.
Aduh, posisi gua nggak enak banget.
Gua sih bisa di ini nih, diculik bang.
Bodo amat ngentot gua lari-lari anjing karena gua takut.
Call-nya bagus sih kayaknya.
Gua juga lari-larin.
Ada yang rappling nggak sih di atas? Nggak ya?
Nggak ada bang, ini ada bang.
Aduh.
Di mana itu?
Di jendela bed. Iya. Dokebi. Gua mulu dari awal.
Apaan do apa?
Dokai
Dokebi.
Oh. Kena trap satu. Di mana itu?
Toilet.
Sini ya. Sini ya.
Di
Aduh, B-nya gua jaga B.
Guys.
Aduh,
ping 5 tuh.
Telepon dulu mantap.
Jendela kiri lu ada Gi.
Kitchen udah bedroom udah masuk dah.
Iya.
Asik banget ngentot mainnya. Sabar, prek tahan dulu, prek. Nice prek.
Di jendela toilet satu.
Aman prek. Jangan takut, jangan bimbang prek. Emang udah ada
Gua kena tembak. Enggak tahu sih.
Diam ya.
Drone. Ker. Di inian aviator.
Kenapa nembaknya gua mulu ya?
Oh, di bedroom.
Sakit.
Tuh di
Kanan dekat lu.
Aduh, bikin
dua orang ya. Satu lagi.
Sabar, bisa di-ker. Oke, nice banget.
Oh. Gila, baca gua.
Ayas, pohon janda. Ayatnya terbang itu Ker. Gitu Ker, bangun.
Alhamdulillah bisa ngekill.
Joker.
Buset.
Lo mau nyoba depan?
01 2 3 4 tuh.
Goblok.
Coba
01 2 3 4.
Iya.
Lo kalau masih kosong lo harus hebot sih.
Iya, di sini biasanya begitu.
Iya.
Enggak, beneran.
Aduh.
Ada bercanda di sini.
Di Instagram.
Kisah ini.
Gua apa ya? Aduh. Ini lah.
Dari Instagram.
tapi diselingkuhin.
Waduh.
Dan kita saling.
Si bangsa.
Kagak, gue nyelentuk doang, sumpah gak ada serius tadi bang. Ini gak ada serius ya. Canda ini, pure bercanda dari tadi nih gue ngomong nih. Canda saya, gue asli saya.
Canda ya bang.
Canda gue.
Kenapa SAC sana?
Apa?
Nggak kan lo bilang berawal dari Instagram.
Maksud lu apaan, Gi?
Kagak bang. Marah-marah mulu.
Ada drone nggak?
Nggak ada. Apa lagi nih? Abis depor SOT. Rapi Andi anjing, gue sepong lo. Lo gak ada net on run porsi ini nih.
New feed active.
Dari sini dari tunnel nih. Dari Harlin. Ini.
New camera feed up and running.
Dari basement.
Ah, dari basement, serius lo?
Iya.
Yang mana nih?
Yang bener kamu Joker, aku di
Ada yang udah
basement.
masuk ya? Ada yang masuk basement ya?
Ada. Gua mendengar step aja.
Kalau nggak ke kalau nggak ke Beamer ke Harlin tuh.
Ke
Yang
gua
keluar
kali.
yang luarnya. Yang
Belakang
batu
ya?
Mastro ini loh, batu Mastro.
Ini ping gua.
Ada di gua nih.
Ayo ke Beamer berarti rame.
Ada Bim?
Mati.
Ada lagi. Gua bantuin.
Oh, di bawah.
Layong mati.
Ada satu lagi harus.
Ada. Ada 2 step nih.
Kamarnya mana sih, kentot?
Kok nusuk gua, Cok? Ada di sini.
Coba Bim, menang kita enak ini.
Gue naik. Ada dua Bang Bim.
Saya jangan berisik, saya. Nah, belakang saya. Ini rotate ke belakang, lu ke belakang.
Sabar. Gua nunggu inian.
Saya lo
Jangan nyusul ke bawah.
Mati lu, saya. Mati gak, saya?
Dua orang Gi. Satu
Goblok
inian.
banget gua nembak lu, friendly fire request lo activate anjing.
Lah, kagak.
Aduh, enak banget itu sumpah,
Iya,
kill gua
gua
tot.
Oh, gua lari lu lari ya.
Iya, aduh.
Wah, dapet tapi padahal.
Aduh, enak banget itu. Aduh.
Itu tuh.
Gak tahu gua ngehit apa.
Tutup aja lah, tutup lah. Gua takut ya. Ada bridge ya?
Berapa?
Gua ada cash, sabar ya.
Depan.
Aduh.
Bisa gua scan, Bang.
Timing betul.
Geprek bensu, bisa wallbang juga, Bang.
Dua-duanya.
Bim, loklas gua sepongin, Bim. Loklas gua sepongin. Bukan timer ya?
Arlen Queen.
Anjing. Sorry bang.
Mantap.
Pencet ya Allah.
Dan gua lu.
Gua kira udah semuanya dalam. Ada IQ.
Ada Aika.
Najis banget gitu. Ayo. Biasa jam pagi bang nge-lag ya bang. Otak basecamp semua nge-lag ini.
Berdua mati ya berdua.
Wet. Saya itu dua bisa mati saya sama kita, saya sumpah menang itu. Lu aktif.
Ini nih ya.
Oh, saya activate. Jadi gue nembak termite.
Enggak diburu-buru dia, enggak diburu-buru Evanem.
Iya,
Enggak, gua enggak mencet apa. Gua enggak mencet apa.
Iya, kalau enggak mencet apa-apa activate.
aja.
Gua nembak termite,
harus F6.
lu nge-swing ke gua nge-hit lu, balik ke badan gua anjing jadinya.
Harus buru-buru F6 pokoknya tadi.
Jadi dibantu sama termite juga cepet banget gua mati tadi. Brek.
Ya,
Enggak apa-apa lah, Bang.
hati-hati dah lu Gi kalau ngarep
Kayaknya-
buru ke temen.
Kayaknya di tropi dah.
Jangan kalah. Enggak pasti depan kan.
Tuh. Ada gu.
Ada suara lu di sini lu.
Gua dari belakang dah, dari Astro dah, dari bedroom gua dari bedroom.
Apa headset gua terbalik ini?
Balik ya, Mas.
Kayak
Siapa ya gua?
Mau dari ini astronomi enggak ya? Enggak usah lah ya. Kasih spawn pick ya.
5 seconds to go. You found a bomb. Make your way to its location and defuse it.
Kerak.
Tahu.
Apakah ada orang so asik ya guys ya?
Aduh, salah spawn gua, Bro. Brody, tunggu Brody.
Loading mag.
Salah lu pada ya. Kar, lo bisa tembakan jendela ini gak, Kar?
Kemana?
Ini tembakan jendela ini aja, buka aja. Dari lu tuh enak. Nah, tembak aja.
Gins lah bro.
Biasanya ada ngebandel abis ini, Bang.
Masa ada gensin.
Ada Meki bandal. Gue lagi nungguin nih. Lo ngapain, Bim? Hah? Lah dekat itu.
Hah? Motor.
Menyerang lebih jalan. Rasanya aku ingin ebol kamu. Ada yang kedok ya?
Ada ini. Oh, banyak banget anjing.
Banyak banget.
Banyak banget trapegi.
Banyak banget, ada apa aja? Melus. Main. Mana. Udah buka Bim. Awas Bim. Bim, lihat situ Bim, tanda 1 Bim. Sini Bim, gue yang lawannya Bim.
Kepala gua hilang anjing. Ngayon. Anjing enak banget, cok. Di apaan bangsat?
Oh, dia kamu ngaprik sih giliran gua.
Oh, mati. Oh, ya di dalam.
Ini gua
Di mesin ada 2 itu.
Sabar.
Oh, saya bisa pelan-pelan sih, guys.
Mana sih?
Lu itunya lu yang kanannya belakang lu Dina.
Oh, depan.
Kanannya
Merah tuh.
Oh, itu.
Sabar deh.
Susah banget, nggak bisa lewat sini, Bro.
Nah,
Elusinya bisa loncerin, sih.
Telat banget.
ini orang pakai
Masukin.
Dia ada angle dari atas itu.
Oh, dia.
Itu ada angle dari
Dekat.
Di atas lu banget.
Gak bisa Lin.
angle dari atas.
Kontol Lin.
balik anjing.
Gua bingung jadi anjing. Menang. Gua gak ada flash, gak ada apa soalnya Bang. Gak ada yang mau ngepick gua gitu nih, niat ngepick halo gitu.
15 seconds remaining.
Pegang Lin.
Tangga lagi.
Diffuser.
Masih di tangga.
10 seconds. 5 seconds remaining.
Belakang
Bar.
Harlen Davidson.
Sorry.
Gak apa deh. Ayo Len.
Seru banget gue bang, aman.
Harus full pressure anjing.
Dari tadi.
Under pressure.
Ayo sih dari tadi kita saya. Aduh.
Berangkat.
Ini dari tadi. Oh, lu mau dari mana, Gi?
Gua ngeras dari bawah langsung ke atas.
dari bawah ya.
Lari gua anjing. Wah, ini pure lawannya, lupa lagi. Kagak. Gua main lama ngentot.
Oh,
Kapan di band gak sih?
apa maksudnya ini?
Emang lu kan punya cita-cita dong. Lu ada cita-cita beli mobil gak lu?
Bangsat.
Gua tahu gue.
Mas sahur duluan, iya. Oh, ini mah ngantiin apa itu daging
Kocokin.
pedes.
Kocokin daging.
Aduh, solis.
Cantik bener hari ini. Ya.
Cok, paket gua.
Di kanan gua ada nih.
Kok ada yang baru ngepas drone sih dekat gua nih?
Ntar gua cariin gua.
Dari game room ada.
Game room ada. Game room ada.
Oh, nah, lihat drone-nya kan sana kan?
Iya. Dia
Nggak
baru
ada sih
ngepas
harusnya.
drone Bim dekat gua.
Game room ada nih.
Hah?
Aduh, dia tahu lagi gua.
Nggak ada.
Di luarnya apa sih itu?
Luar.
Bapak kau, gua ke drone ini.
Bilang lagi.
Mana sih orang-orang?
C4 cell.
Sini.
Sabar, gua lagi puterin.
Aduh, masuk dia di ini. Bedroomnya. Enggak, iya, bukan bedroom. Di kids roomnya.
Serah dia.
Termite masuk tuh.
Kali mati.
Ngentot
dekat
main
lo,
di flare aja gua.
By the way.
Oh, mati guys ya. C4 gua udah kepala planting.
Planting.
Cuma satu itu, cuma satu.
Place. Diffuser located.
Gua nih, aduh. Karat. Enggak deh. Lah, hit merah loh.
Op 4 last stop.
Mana?
What, anjing?
Mana?
Ya.
Diffuser has been destroyed. Mission successful.
Sin kamu.
Sorry Ker.
Iya.
Ker, sorry.
Ada yang menurun. Ada.
Nggak sengaja Ker sumpah.
Kamu mau nyobain nggak, Orik? Mau nyobain nggak?
Gua
Orik sih.
Cobain.
Orik, gua di sini ada belum buka Orik, Cok, di sini, Cok, parah. Gua lupa. Diputus.
Sini spawn big sama gua Gi.
Di mana?
Di garasi ada. Siapa ya, 2
Oh,
kali.
garasi langsung ya? Sabar ya.
Iya, langsung ke sono.
Mozi kali
Dapet
2 dapat gak sih? Dapat deh.
Kapan gua ya?
Dapat. Dapat kali. Sini.
Ya ampun, nggak pakai ini lagi.
Gak apa-apa, Arlin.
Kasih
Woi!
masuk ya, kasih masuk.
Ini bertiga. Dia mau ikut nih spawn big.
Banyak juga ya.
Nggak pakai.
Aman bro. Wire cuma 1 ya? Emang Mbak.
Wire bebas dah, wire utara barat dah.
Buka.
Report
Buka apa?
Apa?
Mau dibuka ya.
Garasi yuk.
Be advised.
Konflik ini.
bomb
One pick jauh loh, Mbak.
Kentos banget.
Nggak bisa lewat, Bang.
Gua semua.
Sini.
Konyol.
Ini yang lah kok nggak bisa lewat sih gua?
Impactnya tolol.
Wah,
Kemarin
nggak
sih gua
bener
lihat
nih.
Ada siapa ya waktu custom spawn di sini.
Sini, Gi. Spawn big, Gi.
Gua nyobain yang di sini kan,
5
sabar kan.
seconds left.
Oh, nih, drone nih di sini nih.
Bahaya lah kontol.
Ini nggak bisa juga ya? Aduh.
Waduh, konyol banget ini.
Bisa.
Kok adanya lah.
Lewat dua. Aduh, anjing telat gua.
Di mana lewat 2?
Di mana, Kar?
Ini depan gua rame banget.
Serius lu? Halo!
Logi.
Gua lagi lari, Cok. Itu si Nok.
Ada Claymore lagi ya. Oh, ini ada main apa di sini nih?
Nok sekarat Ker. Itu Nok Ker di bawah Ker. Nok kan?
Oh, di bawah ya?
Si Nonok
Udah
anjing.
di belakang lu ya?
Bangsat Nonok bangsat anjing. Tiba-tiba sambil kayak hantu
Gua
kontol.
kira Harlin, sumpah hampir gua tembak
Bukan, Cok.
Mati. Sekarat kok. Oke, nice.
Mati.
Bukan,
Gua
Bang.
bisa bokong enggak nih, Ki?
Kayaknya enggak ada yang dari sini dah. Udah mati, Bang.
Udah mati, Ben.
Beraninya gitu. Wah, akhirnya, bro. Genshin lagi gina. Let's go. Gue gak tau ya backsoundnya Genshin tuh favorit gak sih? Kayaknya enggak.
Why can't we leave the city? What is the academia up to now?
Don't ask me. It's not like I can tell you anything. This is a direct order from the Grand Sage. Just wait and...
I have a real emergency. My goods have already arrived at Port Ormos. If I don't hurry, they'll be stolen.
That's your problem. Make sure you make a request in advance next time.
But it's not like you can just predict business matters in advance.
It looks like the Academia already announced a lockdown for Sumeru City today. Let's go and question them. Hello, sir. Why can't we leave this?
Here we go again. Don't ask me, I don't know either. We just received an order that no one is allowed to enter or exit Sumeru today. They didn't tell us anything else. Angering me won't get you anywhere. If I had that kind of insider info, I would have left this stupid post long ago.
It looks like he really doesn't know. If we can't get anything out of him, let's take matters into our own hands. Why don't we climb over the... This is a good spot, and the guard has... Huh? Why? Are you going to leave Paimon behind? But... What if things get really weird out there and you get into some trouble? Then Paimon won't be able to... Oh... Paimon knows that Paimon can't do much, but... We've always been together, haven't we? Okay. Paimon will wait for you. Promise Paimon that you'll come back as soon as possible. Just a quick look. And please, be careful. Memories! Traveler! Paimon would never see you again! You just disappeared! Paimon waited for you for hours and hours at the city wall and you never came back! You promised Paimon that you were only taking a quick look. Paimon, calm down. He's here now. I don't think he understood what... Paimon doesn't care! Paimon wanted to go look for you, but you also said that Paimon should stay! Paimon was so worried and so scared the entire day! Okay. Paimon will forgive you. The most important thing is that you didn't actually disappear. Oh, Paimon was so... Okay, Paimon, can you tell us your perspective of what really happened yesterday? I see. Using two people... After that, you left the city. Paimon kept her eyes on you the whole time, but then you... disappeared in an instant. No way! Paimon was watching... What's your perspective, Traveler? You sure you don't have any memory of this? I guess that explains everything. You also lost your memories the last 2 times you tried to leave the city. So, if we leave the city, our memories will be completely erased? It really sounds like something big outside of the city is being... But this way, we'll also never discover what's outside! Something like a message? But how can we send it back? Don't look at me like that. I'm not used to being stared at. Well... Okay. You want something that can pass on messages, right? Give me some time and take care of Dunyar's for me. Yep! Now we're... I'm done. Here you go. What? Isn't this just an Akasha terminal? I made some little changes. Akasha terminals are already capable of sending messages. I just tweaked it so that it could connect to any node. To make something like this? Nahida, you really know the Akasha like the back of your hand. Anyway,
Yep. I'll help you save the messages. It should be pretty easy to use. I just can't guarantee the user's status and signal coverage when they're outside.
We'll never know until we try. At least we're taking... Let's go then. Let's expose those sages. All right. Paimon isn't as worried about being separated since it happened once. Okay. See you tomorrow, traveler. That covers everything that's happened so far.
Yes. Although the signal was choppy and had some interference, we still managed to receive two.
Okay, now that you understand what's going on, let's hear the message.
Can't go back. There are countless spaces here. Our Sub-Zeru's festival in Sumeru City is just one of them. I've entered another space. Before me are flowing sandstone and howling fish. Impossible and surreal sight. All these spaces are empty except for the occasional ones that contain mute puppets rather than people. I can't sense any human presence.
That's one heck of an info dump. It sounds like you left the Sumeru city space when you set foot outside of the... But everything looked completely normal when Paimon was looking out from the inside. That's unbelievable. And if we take your word for it,
There's another part here. I only received it last night.
These spaces have been disappearing one after the other, absorbed by something like a sun in the sky. And now, even the final space has also disappeared. Behind me, a lot of spaces just appeared again from thin air. I get it now! Those spaces are actually...
Why did the message end right there? What did the traveler want to say?
Probably because yesterday just happened to end at that moment.
Oh, right. Paimon did hear a beep from the Akasha. Did it come from here or from...
The message. It should have come from the Traveler's Akasha terminal.
After the beep, Traveler said even the final space has also disappeared.
Traveler, what do you think that final space could have been?
My impression is that each day in this samsara only ends at the sound of that beep from the Akasha.
Oh, so that's what it is! After the sound of the beep, the final space, the Sub-Zeru's festival, also disappeared. Later on, Traveler also mentioned a bunch of new spaces materializing behind them. Paimon's head is spinning. Just what are these spaces anyhow?
Well, consider this. For all the horrors of the Archon War, at its heart, it was just a game where a bunch of gods, so no matter how strange or spooky things may look on the surface, maybe all they point to in the end is a small and simple...
Wow, the Archon War, huh? Hey, where are you going? want some alone time to think? All right then, Paimon.
The dance of Sub-Zeros is about to begin. I'm going to go watch it.
Okay. Why don't you go ahead, Dunyarzad? We still have...
Okay then. See you later.
Have you figured it out yet, Traveler? Time is ticking away. Awesome! What is it? Paimon wants to know. Oh, wait, no. Let's meet up with Nahida first. You can tell us both together. This time we're...
You're back! I've been waiting forever for you two. Are you ready to take your Sub-Zero's exam and graduate from the festival? Okay. First off, have you just...
People in Sumeru don't... The moon... All the bizarre space... We are all in a dream. It isn't that the people of Sumeru don't dream. Rather, the Akasha is taking their dreams from them.
People in Sumeru think they don't dream. But the truth is, the Akasha steals their... And those spaces with no human presence are stolen dreams without their host. That would explain why they sounded... Huh. So people in Sumeru do dream after all. In fact, we're all in one big dream to...
Correct answer. Now, how did you conclude that the Akasha is capable of... The Akasha relies on the power of a gnosis to operate. It is the manifestation of the god. It compiles the wisdom of the entire populace. And it grants knowledge to the people.
That doesn't sound right. I need to carefully think things through.
Oh, okay. Those dream-controlling creatures in the forest also get their power from the Dendro Archon, right? That would explain why the Akasha has the ability... But is stealing everyone's dreams really how the Akasha compiles their wisdom? Isn't it...
Dreams are fantastical, complex, and full of imagination. People's brains are the most active when they're dreaming. In other words, dreams are rich bundles of human wisdom.
So, in other words, the complete opposite of how Hypatia understood it. Paimon remembers her saying that the sages think dreams are foolish delusions, and the fact that no one dreams is a blessing from Greater Lord Rukkhadevata. The real story is that the sages from the Academia are using the Akasha to steal people's dreams for their own...
Oh? By the sounds of it, you understand the current situation pretty well. So then, what about this...
The Grand Sage said, "Go celebrate the birth of that god." That doesn't sound right. I need to carefully think things through. The Grand Sage said, "My mind feels We've already experienced the Sub-Zerus festival many times, and the beep is a prompt tone for Akasha operation. Those spaces, those dreamscapes kept vanishing.
Correct. The Akasha is keeping each person's brain in a constant dream state, but also separating their consciousness from their own dream. Their disembodied consciousness is placed inside the collective dream of the Sub-Zerus festival along with everyone else's, while their now vacant dreams are harvested by the Akasha. No one is any the wiser as another day passes in the dream, and so begins another samsara. People wake up to yet another dream about the Sub-Zerus festival. The dreams that belong to them are once again harvested by the Akasha.
So, this is like a dream factory, and the Akasha is a dream harvesting machine.
Very good, Paimon. Using analogies well is an excellent habit to get into.
Okay, so that beep we keep hearing is actually from our real-life Akasha terminals. Taking off our terminals in this dream doesn't do anything.
All right, last question. Who am I?
They say that alchemical divination is the Dendro Archon's divine revelation. So then...
So you noticed. I thought that one would be the hardest question. That's why I put it last.
That wasn't hard at all. Even Paimon guessed that. Everything about you is different. We just didn't want to expose you is all. Now that you mention it, Nahida, you've been hinting to us since the very beginning. It's funny. Thinking back to when we were asking all over the place for info about Lesser Lord Kusanali, Paimon didn't expect to meet you like this.
Yes, those can wait until we're back in real life. On the other hand, I'd be happy to answer any more questions you have about here and now. I know, right? Why did they have to base this dream on my birth?
Even you don't know the reason?
The Academia say, Traveler, do you
Those spaces remind me of... That doesn't sound right. Okay, Nahi... The Grand Sage said... That doesn't sound right.
celebrate the birth of that god? Could it mean... You asked me this question before. My answer was, it would literally blow your minds. Now that you know this is all a dream, this answer should hopefully make more sense. Have you heard the saying, don't wake a sleepwalker? Likewise, if someone suddenly had told you all this instead of you learning, your notion of reality and dream would be thrown into irreversible confusion. That's why I could only give you very subtle hints and some suggestions. Long story short, I'm really sorry I had to keep you guessing.
Can humans really keep dreaming forever like this?
You might say your mental fatigue, especially those whose health is compromised to begin with, like Dunyarzad.
People's lives are at stake here, and nobody knows a thing!
Firstly, this dream we're in is completely based on reality. Secondly, you're probably wondering why people don't have any memories from earlier samsara, right? That's because people don't remember their dreams most of the time anyway. And in any case, so whenever they wake up in this dream of the Sub-Zero's festival, they don't remember anything from their previous—
That reminds Paimon. Traveler had a dream when we were in the Avidia forest, but couldn't see what it was about after waking up.
Yes. Only after receiving the blessing of Dendro can a person gain the Dendro element's dream-enhancing power. That explains the feeling. Meanwhile, everyone else has no idea that they are in the Sub-Zero's festival samsara, deceiving the people of Sumeru with no regard for their safety. No matter what they're trying to do, this is— after we end the Sub-Zero's festival samsara, we have to look into them.
How can the sages of the Academia do this behind their Archon's back?
In the end, I'm just the moon. The real sun.
A sun and a moon? Oh, we're out of time today.
I'll tell you how to break free of the samsara tomorrow. See you then.
Good morning, Nahida. Wait. Now that Paimon remembers everything, should we instead say good morning, Lesser Lord Kusanali? Hey, what's wrong, Nahida? You don't look too good.
I'm afraid that what you're thinking right now is correct.
Did Dunyarzad already disappear?
The real Dunyarzad's consciousness has indeed disappeared. It can no longer endure the constant dream harvesting.
Paimon can't believe it. Wait, so what about that other Dunyarzad? Just what?
She's actually something like a puppet, but not complete. The real Dunyarzad's consciousness could no longer keep playing her role, so another Dunyarzad appeared to replace her in the dream. Just like the grass and the trees, that Dunyarzad is just a building block of the dream that helps to keep—
But personality-wise, she's nothing like the real Duny.
Puppets are stiff, and can't copy a living person's vitality. After all, you know, speaking of which, the old Dunyarzad might not have been too different from a puppet.
Dunyarzad truly believed that she met you within her consciousness, and it was you who inspired her.
Yes. Back then, her family was overly protective of her. No one cared about her personality or thought. I just gave her a little wisdom so she could look at life in a new way, so that she could be her own person. But even so, she's still far from it. I'm still a long way off from being a real Archon. I couldn't even save her. If I were a competent Archon, I wouldn't have let my most faithful follower die at the Sub-Zero's festival with so many regrets.
Please don't beat yourself up over it, Nahida. It's the sage's fault, and theirs alone.
I'm not beating myself up.
Don't be like that, Nahida. Even real Archons are still allowed to be sad.
To prevent more tragedies like this, we must end the samsara as soon as possible.
Great, but how do we do that?
Although the Sub-Zero's festival dream is under the Akasha's control, only humans can dream. Even the Akasha is unable to. That means this dream belongs to a host who created it.
Huh? So,
well, if this is someone's dream, then everything here must come from deep within their conscience. Which means, with the power of imagination, they can change anything in this dream.
Imagination? What do you mean by that?
Imagination means breaking through what you perceive as normal. Like when a server at a tavern brings a plate to you, you'd naturally assume that food is on it. However, if you're the dream's host and you become aware that you're dreaming, when you imagine gold and more on the plate, the dream will respond in kind, and the server really will bring you gold and mora. But right now, our host is unaware that this is a dream. No matter how many times they're served, it will always be food. Find some way to make that person realize that they're dreaming. Usually, once that happens, the person will wake up.
How are we going to find them, though? If it could be anyone, it'd be like looking for... And even if we did find them, how are we supposed to make them realize their dream? After all, like you said, don't wake a sleepwalker.
It's extremely difficult, yes. But the only ones who can do it are you two. Remember, as for me, during this time, I'll be out of town.
Out of town? Are you going to that place full of dreams where the Traveler went?
Yes. I want to try something. Hurry and go. Dreams are supposed to be fantastical, romantic, and full of pleasant surprises. Unnecessary...
Paimon's still a little upset that we've come this far only for Dunyarzad to... She was such a good person, with such a simple wish. But yeah, saving Dunyarzad is what kept us going this whole time. But we mustn't lose hope, Traveler. Dunyarzad would definitely want to see us save everyone. Paimon's wondering, do you think the sages would get one of their own to be the host of this stream? Huh. That's true. Plus, the sages probably weren't counting on there being other facts. So, who do you think the host of the dream is? Oh, that would make sense. Ferris, the Knight of Flowers, is a symbol of the whole Sub-Zero's... Let's go ask him some questions.
Harus kan.
You're back. You left in a hurry last time. Is everything okay?
Everything's fine. Just, it's a little hard to explain. Would you mind taking...
An experiment? That came out of nowhere.
Could you make a wish?
You want me to make a wish? Is that a new...
Less questions, more wishes!
Okay. My wish. Okay. I'm a little nervous saying this out loud, but I want Miss Dunyarzad to be happy.
Oh.
I noticed earlier that she looked a bit down, and she wasn't really talking to anyone. She just doesn't seem like herself. She's always so gentle and kind. And I've also wondered if the reason she asked me to be Fairest Knight of Flowers is because I'm
So, you have a crush on Dunyarzad?
Oh, is it that obvious? When she placed the hat of the Knight of Flowers onto my head, she said to me, I want... What she didn't realize was that I'm not that interested in how everyone else feels. In that moment, I just wanted to be her Knight of Flowers for the rest of my life. 50 years? 100? Okay, yeah, that was a bit much. Felt like the right moment to get it off my chest, but... Okay, I'm ready to make my wish. I would like Miss Dunyarzad to appear in front of me right now with a smile on her face. Here goes.
Please come true.
I'm gonna open my eyes. Oh! You're...
What?
Fucky? Sorry, but only one portion of Yelda candies per person. Back home you go. Nice try, you two. Anyway, never mind. I don't need to see her appear right in...
Guess he isn't the host of this stream after all. Should have expected it wouldn't be this easy. That sounds like Dia! Oh, right. Huh? But Dia can handle them! Hey, Traveler!
Oh, it's you. Great timing. Please take... Hey, this is my job. The homie Yannis pay me, not you. You... fine, all right. Knock yourself out. Anyway, watch yourself.
So you got yourself some backup.
No punching today.
Stabilize! I will have order!
There is no escape. Here we go.
Solidify!
This one.
Stabilize!
Brace yourselves. Time for takeoff.
Illusion shattered.
I'll be back.
Traveler, were you just taking your anger out on those guys? You and Nahida both. Dunyarzad wouldn't want to see you two like this. Oh, and speaking of her, Paimon just remembered something. Remember how during the first Sub-Zero's festival, before the Samsara started, we came here with Dunyarzad because she wanted to pick something up? She said it was because she had forgotten something. Okay, so Paimon's memory is working so far. Anyway, Paimon also remembers that she is staying Yeah, even if it's only a tiny clue, it'll probably... This is the place! It's rude that... Hey! The windows are unlocked! Okay, Paimon's gonna take a peek inside. This was only a temporary residence, so there was pretty much nothing inside except this book on the Should we open it? Wow. Dunyarzad wrote all of this. Sounds like even though she was also busy preparing for the Sub-Zero's fest, she must have wanted to give this to us as a gift on the day of the Sub-Zero. If we hadn't found this book, we never would have known. But now that we know, we can't even thank her. Hey! Where are you off to now? It's Dunyarzad's puppet. Traveler? You must be exhausted. Come to think of it, we've been stuck in this place for a really, really long time. Heck, even the last time we were chatting happily with Dunyarzad feels like an eternity ago. Paimon still remembers when we were sitting here, and the way her eyes sparkled when she...
There will always be frustrations in life, but I know that the point of living is not to leave behind.
That was what the real Dunyarzad said, wasn't it? Does that mean...
Yes, Traveler.
Oh, so she's still just a puppet. But just now, how come... What? Where are we going this time?
Rise!
If you continue to resist, we will have to order an... The Grand Sage has already granted you much leniency. I advise that you exercise...
Oh. Traveler? You don't have to get involved.
Traveler.
Traveler? What the heck are you doing? If you get arrested by the Academia, that's another day Wait, they're not reacting. Have they been scared stiff? Oh, of course! If this is the Sage's plan, they wouldn't put themselves through this. So they're just substitutes.
What is this? What happened to the Grand Sage and his entourage? Like I said, they symbolize the goddess of flowers. Yes. The Greater Lord brought forth new Padisaras in memory of the goddess of flowers. But she ultimately could never truly replicate that beautiful shade of purple. That beautiful shade of purple. Aren't these flowers real Padisaras? Just like the ones from the legend?
But didn't you just say all the real flowers went extinct after the goddess of flowers passed away? So how?
Yeah. What's going on here? Huh? You guys are acting weird. But okay, Hey!
They disappeared! So Nilu's the host! What a surprise! Purple body Saras don't exist in the real world anymore! But in Nilu's subconscious, they can appear as decorations on the stage! It's just like the example Nahida told us. People assumed there will be food on a plate, and Nilu assumed there would be real Padisaras in the flower pots. So when you saw the flowers, you instantly knew it was Nilu? But if we want to end the samsara, we need the host to become aware that they're dreaming. How should we make Nilu realize that?
Am I dreaming?
Huh?
So I'm right. Is this Lesser Lord Kusanali responding to our celebration of the subs?
Wrong guess, but you aren't completely wrong either. The point is, what made you think this is a... As far as you know, people in Sumeru don't dream, right?
Yeah, but have you heard the tale of the first sage? To prevent a calamity, he went on a
Ooh, sounds familiar. Dunyarzad told us a story like that when we first arrived in Sumeru City.
Yep, but in the part you heard, he hadn't become the first sage yet. There's more to... His piety and wisdom were acknowledged by the Dendro Archon, and she finally gave her blessing to him. All kinds of spectacular scenes appeared in front of the first sage, as if all the knowledge in the world was being painted onto a canvas right before him. He was captivated. After who knows how long, he mastered all the knowledge he could comprehend. Afterward, he said to the Dendro Archon, "I miss my parents, my wife, and my children. I've been away from home for far too long. They must be worried." The Dendro Archon smiled. The next second, the sage found himself lying in his bed, as if he had just woken up from a dream. His wife, lying next to him, said, "You're off to search for the Dendro Archon today, aren't you?" In the end, the first sage took care of many disasters in Sumeru City, and founded the academy.
So, the first sage was dreaming ever since the beginning of the story?
Yes. But his faith and determination were conveyed to the Dendro Archon, so she blessed him in the form of a...
Paimon understands where you're coming from now. That's a really interesting connection.
I see. Well, it just so happens that today's Sub-Zero's festival is almost over too. Since we're in a dream, let's make this final dance of Sub-Zero's as beautiful as we can. The wait is over, everyone. I dedicate this to our god, the dance of Sub-Zero's.
Dari bridge semua tiga-tiga. Lihat di windownya, Lin.
Aduh ya Allah.
Kosong sih dari tadi window.
Ada di window itu ada tadi. Cuma nggak dibuka ya ini. Di Claymore mana?
Terbuang.
Aduh anjing. Gua mau run out, Cok.
Aman nih, boleh aman
Deket
sih.
banget sih, Bang, ini, Bang.
Nggak tahu biliar.
Ada yang rappelling, Bim. Jangan, Bim.
Aduh, tuh. Di kiri
Camp siapa itu?
Gas kasih. Ya.
Di mana?
Injur.
Enggak.
Di luar,
Berapanya, Cok?
kelihatan ya dari sini. Nggak ketahuan sih. Oh, ada yang dari bawah nih, dikit lagi nih.
Kiri lu, Dik.
Sorry,
Iya,
Mas.
udah naik deh.
Dari ruangan sebelah, dari biliar ada yang dari sebelah, dari game.
Bulan 3 kan, menang lah.
Dari game.
Ada satu doang kayaknya dah.
Masuk
Motor.
satu? Enggak deh, belum ya?
Belum.
Nih bisa
Aman
diping
aja.
kok. Tirutut. Malu-malu.
Oh iya anjing. Udah mati ngentot.
Dua garasi, satu belakang.
Belakang lu kosong, belakang lu bolong.
Sorry.
Nah, bro, santai bro di sini.
Santai.
Enjoy ya bro. Enjoy bro. Kebetulan gua doain dubbing gua. Kayaknya kita harus bawa bandit guys, ini guys.
Gua aja.
Katanya Wamai gua denger di bab ini. Wamai speed berapa emang ya?
Kagak anjir, emang iya. Kagak dah kayaknya dah.
Cobain aja dah.
Di nerf, Wamai di nerf magnetnya.
Oh di salah.
Wamai di nerf. Jadi lebih pendek ruangnya.
Aduh. Gak apa-apa Lin, masih ada 4 round ya, tenang ya.
My magnets will protect us.
Ini gua kasih
Bim.
Man bro.
Tahu gak?
Investigate on.
Ada drone cok.
Op 4 has located a bomb.
Panik lu.
10 seconds to insertion.
Ini transfer nggak sih? Transfer ya?
Sebelahnya aja.
5 seconds to insertion.
Wire, wah.
Op 4 has located a bomb. Be ready for hostile action.
Juga lo drone ngentot.
Ferdi Sambo, thank you ya. Ferdi Sambo.
Bawah ada Claymore. Di sini ada Claymore juga nih.
Cinta ditolak emang gak enak. Enak
Jendela gua,
dicinta ditolak kagak.
Mati nok.
Kabar ya?
Nok mati.
Ada yang dekat.
Ada drone tuh. Zaman apa ya?
Udah hati-hati anjir. Cok.
Tanda berapa?
Mana itu cok.
Ada drone berapa?
Enggak ada. Enggak ada.
Gua cari.
Keluar berarti drone keluar.
Keluar.
Oh, di sini deh, Cok. Masih di luar deh.
Masih di luar.
No, drone no, dari bawah. Oh, ada dua.
Rahasia.
Main apa sih ini?
Ada kamera gua, bentar ada kamera gua. Ada nih, ada satu nih. Tuh. Zero
dan.
Binturong masih nge-mute sendiri.
You have been spotted by hostiles.
Aduh, dipecahin.
Mana Jirodan kok? Kagak ada Jirodan.
Tangga. Flores deh.
Karat.
Tangga mana, Ben?
Aduh, gua buka, Cok.
Tangga geret.
Tangga geret.
Oh, jauh banget, Bang.
Mati, Jero.
Mati.
Satu di bridge, satunya nggak tahu.
Ini kebuka nih.
Buka, Cok. Sabar.
Hah?
Mati beri.
Emang ada, Bim?
Garasi ya? Di luar ya?
Itu ada Claymore ya.
Ngentot di kiri Bim, memek.
anjing jelonong boy.
Makasih bang, reload ya bang, itu bang.
Friendly's victorious.
Ada
Nogi, lewat crosshair
gua mendengar peluru teman tadi. Nogi, ini peluru teman.
doang, tot.
Oh iya. Tadi gua mencium-cium aja Ben. Gitu wanginya enak banget soalnya peluru temen tuh. Tak gitu kayak di Enggak bang, sorry bang. Enggak gua report kok.
Report.
Tecer sih langsung aja.
Ah.
Ya, tukeran sih Lin, lu tecer Lin.
Gua ini aja.
Soalnya
gua
Bimmer ada skinnya.
Oh ya boleh.
Bimmer ada skin.
Kau ada skinnya soalnya.
Kasih tau Bim.
Alien.
Berli, thank you ya. Lepi, kenapa Lepi? Tapi Salwa, Lepi gue kasih tahu ke lu ya. Salwa tuh cewek paling cakep di streaming ini. Gue udah liat fotonya, sumpah tete gede banget. Gue pengen ngocok ngeliatnya. Di sini ada heads gak sih?
Gak ada. Kalau defend bawah ada. Ada di laundry kalau nggak salah. Bukan yang sebelahnya. Side sebelahnya. Aduh.
Di mana sih, yang di atas atau di mana?
Headsnya dari toilet.
Kalau yang di atas kan headsnya.
Iya ada heads.
Headsnya dari ini kan?
Main aman.
Yang sebelah kanan.
Toilet bedroom. Ada.
Bedroomnya juga ada.
Jangan.
Kagak.
Kaget gue.
Apa gue?
10 seconds to go.
Tungguin di kanan.
Ada cok.
Betul di orang sumpah.
5 seconds to insertion.
Gue telepon anjing. Telepon.
Anjing soalnya sih.
Your mission is to locate and defuse a bomb.
Halo om si papa
Sulastri.
udah ada.
Si papa udah gak ada. Enak.
Jangan lagi bapaknya kepleset.
Dang.
Bukain dong bang.
Dang.
Tembakin full, tembakinnya bang.
Bener bang, oke bang.
Bawah belum di claymore ya?
Ini nggak diiniin kok.
Gak ada claymore.
Bisa langsung.
Aku ada. Kabar ya.
Ya kan?
Guys.
Mau tetep kah?
Langsung.
Gi gue liat WC Gi ya.
Udah dibuka.
Mau lihat WC ada
Udah.
di sini ya.
Ya, gue liat WC. Pike lu ngetok.
Gak bandel anjing musuhnya.
Tahu. Gue drone lagi.
Belakang gua kayak ada ya.
Boats are made for transferring commodities.
Ada di mana sih dia?
Those that come across Leo tend to stay a while. So it is where many things come to settle.
Kan anjing kan bener kan?
Oh lewat tuh Ben. Ada Ben. Ada Ben ngepick.
Mana?
Tangga, stair ada stair.
Otot goblok.
Lah,
Kontol keluar.
Kenapa lu Lin? Lin, bangun sendiri. Masakan. Tapi bohong.
Let's go Gi, gue telepon Gi. Masih tangga.
Jadi patah kita kosong nih Ben, bisa masuk kita. Oke.
masih di tangga kan?
Oh, dok. Keluar.
Dalam satu.
Bandel banget tuh orang anjing.
Aduh,
Dokter udah dalam.
Enggak, Dok. Heal sih percuma. Seperempat ya dia ya, seperempat nih.
Ke WC.
Mati.
24. 23, sorry.
Gua keluar.
Nah, tadi kanan lu, kiri lu masih ada tangga. Mati karena manoker. Anti. Mati. Bim. Anti Bim.
Gua habis coba keluar.
Oh, nembak kena pala lagi. Sorry dah. Wif aing.
Kehalangin.
Cintaku bersemi lecet. Kenapa, Bang? Langsung aja di skor itu ada ballroom, Bro. Gak apa-apa, Bang, tenang. Ini set gampang sih.
Traveler. Oh, Paimon feels like she's been asleep for the longest. Paimon's head feels super heavy. Did we oversleep? Paimon thinks it was the Sub-Zero's festival. Have we finally escaped from the Sub-Zero Samsara? Quick, take off your Akasha terminal. She's not in her room. What happened? Huh? What usual spot?
Yeah.
Well done, Traveler and Paimon. And thank you, Dunyarzad, for organizing this.
I'm sorry, who are...
Dunyarzad!
Oh, Traveler Paimon. I just had a dream. And I saw Nilu performing the dance of Sub-Zero.
You're actually Nahida, aren't you? Paimon felt like Catherine was acting weird when we met at the Sub-Zero's festival. And Dunyarzad.
It's a really long story. We shouldn't disturb her. Her consciousness is still weakened. Let's chat somewhere else.
Let's talk about Dunyarzad first. It's such a relief that she's all right.
After we parted on the last day of the Sub-Zero's festival, I left the city and saw what the Traveler had described. Among the countless dreams, I found one that was growing fainter and fainter. This proved my suspicion. Once Dunyarzad could no longer bear the Akasha harvesting her dreams, her consciousness began to dissipate. But such a small fragment of consciousness can't last for very long, though, where both will gradually fade until they completely disappear. I used all the power I had to keep her dying dream alive as long as possible, but it still wouldn't have lasted for much longer if it hadn't been for you two breaking the samsara.
So it looks like we did manage to save Dunyarzad in the end. And not a moment too soon.
Huh? Why are you two smiling so happily? I thought you'd be so moved that you'd start crying.
Both are fine. Everyone reacts differently.
All right. You two must have a lot of other questions for me, right? After all, you saved my faithful believer. As your reward, I will answer any and all questions.
At the Avidia Forest, there was this incense that made the Traveler fall unconscious and dream of a...
You also heard someone's voice, right? It said world and forget me.
Yeah, so you do know. We've been wanting to ask you what that was about, and if the red sky...
It seems like the Traveler established a connection to Irminsul. That was a message left by Greater Lord Rukkhadevata. As you two probably know, Greater Lord Rukkhadevata disappeared after the disaster in Conria. The timings of these events do line up, so your suspicions are reasonable.
A message from Greater Lord Rukkhadevata? We thought it was from King Deshret? That god who died even longer ago? Some present-day desert dwellers still worship him. Okay, so what does the... I still haven't managed to decipher it. Greater Lord Rukkhadevata's residual consciousness in Irminsul seems to be contaminated with something many devoted scholars go mad as soon as they connect their consciousness. I've warned the Academia about this, but I believe this is the key to saving Irminsul. That's why I've kept trying. So the tree in the vision was Irminsul? Oh, Tainari also said that Irminsul is sick! Is it because of the contaminated consciousness? But even if you can't figure out what that vision was all about...
The Traveler wasn't affected after coming in contact with that consciousness. I've never seen anyone like that. With you... No, we must decipher its secrets. I've already eliminated all other factors that might affect Irminsul. This puzzle has life and death at stake. It could determine Irminsul's fate, as well as Tevat's. To be accurate, I'm using the Akasha as a medium to occupy Catherine's consciousness.
How did you do that? Poor Catherine. Does this mean...
Theoretically, I can enter anyone's mind as long as they're wearing their Akasha. The Akasha is the legacy of Greater Lord Rukkhadevata. As Lesser Lord Kusanali and the first Akasha Terminal, I've always respected my people's free will, so I've never actually occupied their consciousness. When necessary, I just borrow this bionic Snezhnayan puppet.
Hold on. Did we just learn some deep, dark secret? So Catherine is... What about your own body? Why do you need to borrow other people's? Don't you live in the sanctuary of Surasthana?
That story begins a long time ago. After Greater Lord Rukkhadevata disappeared, the sages found my newly born self and took me back to Sumeru. At that time, I was young and weak. The sages kept me in the sanctuary of Surasthana, ostensibly for the sake of protecting me. But, however, I do understand that they had hoped to find Greater Lord Rukkhadevata instead.
So, the sages basically put their new Archon under house arrest? How dare they! Why don't you teach them a lesson?
In some ways, they aren't wrong. Greater Lord Rukkhadevata was omniscient and omnipotent, even after her death, and I'm still really far away from being able to call myself the God of Wisdom. Moreover...
Yeah, you got a lot of believers. Just look at the Sub-Zero's festival. Everyone who showed up...
Thank you for the kind words. But I honestly don't need physical freedom as long as I can... Trying to find a way to save Irminsul is my life's mission and top priority. Every once in a while, I will also take up the duties of the God of... There has never been any big problems with the Academia's governance of Sumeru. I wonder what caused them to go down this path, and what they hope to achieve. Even though the city's residents haven't noticed anything strange, I tried to do some investigating in the Akasha, but I couldn't find anything suspicious. And all the people of interest seem to... I think they're deliberately trying to...
Oh, that reminds Paimon. In Gandharvaville, there was a sage who had invited Tainar...
Regardless, I need to first investigate the sage's motives. Make things right. You mean how the Akasha stops you from having...
Yeah, it's been such a long time. No one's noticed some...
It's not that no one noticed. It's more like no one cared. Ultimate...
Misdirection?
The sages convinced everyone to believe that being unable to dream is a sign of rationality and wisdom. Not dream, even if the truth is that their dreams are being reaped by the... With their propaganda in place, the sages can maximize their use of the Akasha. Besides, Greater Lord Rukkhadevata must have created the Akasha in the hopes that it could be used to... Anyway, the perspective advocate... By now, even those who never use Akasha terminals find it too shameful and embarrassing. Got it! I hope my answers were satisfactory. To be honest, maintaining Dunyarzad's fading dream took a lot of mental energy. Oh, And you don't need to worry too much about the Sage's activities for now. The Akasha won't be able to conduct another project on the scale of the Sub-Zero's.
Go and get some sleep. Leave everything.
What a relief. This is truly the most exhausting birth.
Traveler? Paimon? Why am I here?
Maybe you were sleepwalking. You know you can't wake up a sleepwalker. We happened to walk by, so we thought...
I see. Huh. I should visit my maintenance personnel sometime. Oh, I'm fine.
We've spent quite some time in Sumeru City, but ever since we last said goodbye to Lesser Lord... Oh, we can't just keep...
Ad Astra Avisask. We meet again.
Hi, Catherine. Do you have any commissions for us today?
Commissions, huh? Oh, how about this? Please attend the Academia's Academic Symposium this
wait.
And if possible, please also use your camera to capture the reaction of the audience.
Huh? What kind of commission is that?
I see. In that case, please go to Port Ormos and convince the Eremites there to spend some time
Hey, that's not any better.
I'm sure the mercenaries will have some interesting reactions as well.
Paimon's gotta ask. Just who exactly has been submitting these
Oh, the commissioner? Well, actually, I just wanted to see the two of you in act.
Was it so obvious? I was hoping you would actually take one of those commissions. That kind of chance to observe humans doesn't come by often.
Ah, so it's Nahida. Paimon just knew Catherine wouldn't crack those kinds of jokes.
From when she said...
So it's been you this whole time? Are you done resting up, Nahida?
Yes. I've been sleeping ever since we parted ways, and I even had a really, really long dream. It was another dream about the Sub-Zero's festival, except it was... In my dream, I was sitting in the middle of a flower terrace, and everyone in Sumeru City was holding hands as they danced in circles around me. They danced round and round. I also got to sit on a gigantic flower carriage. Ferris, the Night of Flowers.
You know, Nahida, maybe your dream is how the Sub-Zero's festival really should be. It's meant to be a joyous time where everyone gets together to celebrate.
Huh? Wasn't I describing a really happy dream?
What? No! We aren't pitying you. That would only make everything worse. We just don't want you to feel too... By the way, have you had a chance to visit Dunyarzad? How's she doing? The Homiyanis haven't allowed any visitors after the festival, so we haven't been able to check on...
Yes, I paid her a visit right after I woke up. She was resting at... Her condition is stabilized. However, since Elazar is a manifestation of the withering on the human... But for the moment, our top focus should still be figuring out what the sages are...
Right. Who knows what'll happen if they manage to pull off another scheme like the
So our first priority should be
Oh, good point. Sorry, adventurers. We're gonna be borrowing Catherine for a little while.
Let's continue our chat here.
Okay, so do you have any ideas on how we can investigate the sages, Nahida?
Actually, I've already done a little bit of work on that. But for now, I want to hear your thoughts. We're in the dark as of now. Since we still don't know anything about their goals, any rash move could tip them off. After all, I've already tried that, but all the key members of the Academia, even the core of 30 guards, intentionally avoid wearing their Akasha terminals. It seems that from the very beginning, they've been guarding against info leaks from the Akasha. Of course, it could...
Have you already caught the sage's attention?
I'm guessing not yet, but distrusting me would make... In any case, I probably can't take over their minds. No way, that's too risky.
You mean it'd be too easy to get caught?
No, it's not that. We shouldn't involve innocent students in this. Doing that would be ignoring the safety of my people for my own selfish goals.
That's a good point. Spoken like the god of Sumeru. Nahida, you're super smart, so you already have something in mind.
According to a popular theory from the Vahumana Darshan of the Academia...
Okay, but aren't you the god of wisdom? You don't have to use that kind of...
Well, I've been thinking that if I can't directly possess the leaders, and if I can't get ordinary people involved, then I should find someone who's already involved, but hasn't decided to side...
You're saying we should recruit a spy? Oh, before coming back, we met someone named Alhaitham. He seems like he acts alone, and he likes doing stuff behind the Academia's back. They probably aren't in cahoots.
Actually, I already have someone in mind. Do you still remember that female scholar?
Setaria. Paimon remembers now. Isn't she the one who's always trailing behind the... We ran into her basically every time the Sub-Zero's festival repeated itself. Paimon still remembers the smug and mean way she always spoke to Nilu.
I've always liked observing all kinds of people, and Setaria has always stood out from the crowd. She was born in the desert and was hailed as their greatest genius. Her academic gifts allowed her special admission into the Academia, and also gave her the opportunity...
Oh, Paimon didn't know she was from the desert. She must be pretty special then. Paimon feels like most of the desert dwellers around the city...
The name Setaria means star. When she lived in the desert, she shone like the brightest... Later on, she was chosen by the sun. The star was given a place in the daytime sky. Soon after, the star witnessed the sun scorching the earth. The star began to waver. But in the end, she couldn't give up the radiance of daytime. To cope with her shame, the star buried her guilt and closed her eyes.
From the sound of it, Setaria's just hung up on the research opportunities here. But she doesn't really support the Academia. She still feels guilty about not doing more for the desert, right? She's just running away from her problems.
Indeed. When they are presented with complex moral issues, many people will simply plug their ear. She's suppressing a lot of guilt, But before she realized it, she had already become the sage's accomplice. Right. We must somehow make her face her problems again. That way, not only can we get useful intel from her, but she can also use it as an From my past observations, Zetaria will take a day off from the academia every 10 days to do some shopping in the city. Tomorrow afternoon just happens to be a shopping day for her. To prepare, let's go check out some of her favorite spots, and to have a quick chat with a few of...
There are so many local specialties in Sumeru. I want to buy more.
Where do you want to go next? If you'd like to see Liyue's tourist spots, I have a few references.
Don't you remember your adventure plans, my lady?
There are so many local specialties in Sumeru. I want to buy more.
Every journey has its final day. Don't rush.
There are so many local specialties in Sumeru. I want to buy more.
Osmanthus wine tastes the same as I remember. But where are those who share the memory? Boats are made for transferring commodities back and forth. And those that come across Liyue tend to stay a while. So it is where many things come to settle.
Specialties in Sumeru. I want to buy more. There are so many local specialties in Sumeru. I want to buy more.
Where do you want to go next? If you'd like to see Liyue's tourist spots, I have a few references.
There are so many local specialties in Sumeru. I want to buy more.
Every journey has its final day. Don't rush.
Don't you remember your adventure plans, my lady?
There are so many local specialties in Sumeru. I want to buy more.
Don't you remember your adventure plans, my lady?
Boats are made for transferring commodities back and forth, and those that come across Liyue tend to stay a while. So it is where many things come to settle.
There are so many local specialties in Sumeru. I want to buy more.
Don't you remember your adventure plans, my lady?
Where do you want to go next? If you'd like to see Liyue's tourist spots, I have a few references.
Don't you remember your adventure plans, my lady?
Osmanthus wine tastes the same as I remember. But where are those who share the memory?
Don't you remember your adventure plans, my lady?
I want to buy more.
Boats are made for transferring commodities back and forth, and those that come across Liyue tend to stay a while. So it is where many things come to settle.
There are so many local specialties in Sumeru. I want to buy more.
Osmanthus wine tastes the same as I remember. But where are those who share the memory? Every journey has its final day. Don't rush.
Don't you remember your adventure plans?
There are so many local specialties in Sumeru. I want to buy more.
Don't you remember your adventure?
Where do you want to go next? If you'd like to see Liyue's tourist spots, I have a few references.
Don't you remember your
There are so
adventure
many
plans?
local specialties in Sumeru. I want to buy more.
Don't you remember your adventure plans, my lady?
There are so many local specialties in Sumeru. I want to buy more. There are so many local specialties in Sumeru. I want to buy more.
Boats are made for transferring commodities back and forth, and those that come across Liyue tend to stay a while. So it is where many things come to settle.
Don't you remember your adventure plans, my lady?
There are so many local specialties in Sumeru. I want to buy more.
Every journey has its final day. Don't rush.
Don't you remember your adventure plans, my lady?
There are so many local specialties in Sumeru.
Yeah.
Bosen banget main game lain. Tembak-tembakan. Game apa? 800.000. Repot. Lama. Kalau airsick itu berapa sih? Cukup nih pemainnya, tapi
enjoy aja.
Aduh.
Karena sebutin R juga. Dah. Harus beli dan tiga dua delapan. Ada orang offline.
Hey, I'm going, man, before you take advantage. What exactly is wrong?
Fucking hell!
Wait, you don't see me? You should see a doctor for that shit. Ah, just in case I wasn't having enough fun already. What is this bullshit? I see some bad drivers, but you! Hey, you selfish prick!
Let's go! Push up! Give me some cover! I don't see him! LSPD! Stop! LSPD!
Dispatch, we got eyes on the front.
He's getting away!
This is the LSPD! Hey, you want me? Kill me!
Who's got eyes?
Guidance here. Good.
Reporting at 2:45.
No sign. Just give up. We need food. Right now. You got something to say? Mine. Cover.
Officers
He's
report
been in.
North Alpha.
You're dead. Almost showtime. Dispatch, I've got the suspect 20. Loser! Gonna hunt you down. I got him going west. I'll keep it down. Officer down! Take cover now!
Reporting at 2:45 West Holland.
Right now!
Reporting at 2:45 North Alpha.
He got away!
you